new feature alerts. So in this video, I'm going to walk us through a particular new feature we added to our plugin survey management system. We added a login feature and then user management feature as well, where you have a super user to create other users and roles depending on the size of the survey firm. The user manual will include the simple way you can actually work around these new features. But particularly for this video, I just want to show us something really exciting. So we added an AI feature that helps you extract um, 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 details from a survey plan. So instead of manually imputing all these details, so you can actually upload an AutoCAD file, which is a DXF file used by majority of the surveyors in Nigeria. You don't need to type anything again. So if you have the file already existing in your local system, all you just need to do, for instance, is to come here and then you go to import DXF or DWG. For the very first time after installation of this new release, you need to allow for addition of a package, a particular library, Python library that would enable this particular feature. But it's just a one-time setting. And then if you've done that, what you now do is to redirect you to your local file where you have all those AutoCAD files. So it's a DXL file. So you select, for instance, this, and then it automatically populates your database table according to the bearing and distances. And also for the metadata, it extracts the details of the plan number, the survey date, state, and who the surveyor is, the name of the owner, and other details. And then also where the coordinates, eastings, northings, and also the beacon numbers automatically. So the purpose of having a visual on the extracted features here is just for verification. So if you verified that the details are correct, you import. So for this purpose, you just have to say it here. To also do more verification, you can now say, okay, let me plot. So these are like coordinates, right? So you can plot and see how it overlays on the map, right? So you can overlay it on a base map generally, and then you zoom to layer where the points are. So these are like the 4 points that are just been plotted. So we can also check the traverse to see how that also went. So it automatically picks points from each traverse leg and then plots. Also automatically calculates the boundary adjustments, and as you can see here, the it falls under the linear accuracy for a third order cadastral survey. Yeah, so next thing to do here is to plot map. So if you plot a map, you see the traverse leg. This is actually what you have here, right? The point and then the traverse, basically, around this. Yeah, so if you've confirmed all this, you also go back to the metadata and then you see automatically populates the details here. So you can actually write the name of the local government itself, say here. So, and then when you're done with this and then you're satisfied with all this information here, you can now say save new survey. Automatically save, say yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, with this, you have saved yourself about 5 to 10 minutes of manually imputing data from the survey plan as released in our current version online. So subsequently we are going to push this particular update so that everybody can have access to this. So this is actually one of the updates. Others actually include, like I said earlier, the login details you need to impute, and also you have the fact that you create different users. So you have like a system administrator, which could serve as the principal surveyor in the firm. So the person comes here, just clicks here, so you can actually create more users and then assign roles to them, right? So they can be ordinary viewers, so they don't have to edit anything in the database. They can be a surveyor, and also given a limited role to play in terms of editing. So you only have the right to change anybody's password, and then you also assign password to people. And this is also the audit trail. You have a record of who is accessing the database and what they are doing in the database as they push the command. This will be really necessary for auditing your firm's record and survey practice in the firm. So yes, thank you for following through. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.